y'all. Welcome to the Youngster Podcast. I'm Leah Liana. I am your hostess. And y'all, today I got a very special guest. Not only is he a creative director, a producer, a Detroit educator, it's Keefe in the building, y'all.
I'm so excited.
Okay, y'all. So Keefe, you graduated from Cass Tech, right?
Yes.
Not only did you graduate from there, but you went to that HBCU, Clark.
Yes, Clark Carolina University.
Yes, where you earned your bachelor's in arts and theater arts.
Yep.
Period.
Exactly. Bachelor of Arts in Theater Arts.
Okay, so Keefe, as like you've been a producer, how did you discover your passion in producing creative projects?
So I've always had a passion for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally all I've ever done. I played a sport here and there, but I always quit to perform.
Okay.
But in terms of like producing and creative directing, that is not something that I kind of dove into until I was in college. I had the pleasure of joining a fashion organization, and from there, they left the organization to me to produce like our homecoming fashion shows and things like that. So that was like my first time ever dipping into production, and I loved it. And I felt like I knew I could do it when I got an email from our university president saying like, okay, this is the best show we've ever seen. Wow. Can you come back post-graduation to produce our shows and we'll hire you in instead of you being a student? So that's kind of when I knew like, okay, like this is something I should stay tapped into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you also been a creative director, where do you find inspiration for your projects and your campaigns?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Literally everywhere. Like I walked into this building and I looked at the floor and was like, I would love to have a floor like this in a show.
Really?
Yeah. So like the littlest thing could like spark interest or like spark an idea. I go and see shows a lot. I travel to New York often to see shows.
Okay.
I see shows here a lot. And I can see something on stage and be like, okay, I want to do something like that, but tweak it to do it like this for my show. So it won't be like the exact same. So I pull inspiration from literally everywhere, from floors to the sky. I could be in a plane, like anywhere.
Okay. So what you're saying that you watch shows and stuff when you're in New York, what has been like your favorite show that you've seen in New York? My
favorite show that I've seen in New York right now, I would have to say is Hell's Kitchen. It's on Broadway. It's a show that Alicia Keys produced, and it's like loosely based on her life. Because she grew up in Hell's Kitchen, which is like right across from Times Square. So it's a story, and it uses all of her songs. So right now, that is my favorite show because it's really good. I want to go see it again, actually. But like of all time, ironically, is The Lion King.
Lion King? Yeah, sure. I even seen it myself. When I tell y'all 10 out of 10, you did your thing. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
So when it comes to risk taking, have you ever taken a big creative risk? And if you did, like, what was it?
Yes. The first big risk I've taken was the fashion show that I did in Atlanta. Because every show that we do, the homecoming overall has a theme, and from that theme, you guys have to like kind of pick like a sub theme of it. So one year, my last year actually, our theme was culture because the Migos had like this big culture album, and we were in Atlanta. They from Atlanta, so that was like the big thing of the moment.
Okay.
So that was the thing for homecoming. So every event had to have some type of culture. And like I remember like our comedy show like did like Bollywood or something like that. And our step show, like they did like all around the world. So they took culture and like made it quite literal, like using different like world cultures or like countries and things like that. But for the fashion show, I decided to go with ball culture, which is like voguing and things like that. A culture that is here, but it's not like so literal because there's so many different cultures. Like it's Black culture, is world culture, but I didn't want to be so
common.
Obvious.
Obvious.
Common is a good word too. And it paid off because at that time there was a show called Pose.
I seen that.
Yeah, and it was they were in their last season, and some of the producers came to see the show.
Oh, really?
And from that show invited me to their premiere for the last season of that. So it paid off. And that's like one of the staple shows at the school to this day. that we've done. So
That's dope.
it was definitely a risk though. The school was nervous because our school is a more religious, it's a private school and it's more like religious based.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a tough call for me to be allowed to do it. But with that heavy population in Atlanta specifically, they didn't really want to tell me no, and they did it. And I'm glad they didn't.
That's good. Okay, so I got a few of your different shows and a movie that you were a producer in. Okay. So, and I want to know what was your favorite, whether it's a musical or a movie. So you did The Wiz, The Lion King that I got to see personally, a movie called The Perfect Him.
Yes.
I Concert.
Yes.
Feels Like Love musical. So
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, you did your research.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they all have like their own special place for specific reasons. Like The Wiz, that was my first show that I did with students. So that'll always hold a place in my heart. The Lion King is like the grandest show that I've done. Mm-hmm. That's when I was able to have a budget and all that type of stuff. And I blew that. But I made it back, thankfully.
Yes.
But so yeah, I would say that The Perfect Him was a movie. That was my first movie that I've ever been in. So I gotta say that's my favorite movie right now because it's the only one I've done so far. Mm-hmm. And then Feels Like Love is the first show that I wrote. So that holds its own special place too. Yes. And Feels Like Love was a musical that did not involve students, it involved adults. It was more community based. Okay. And that was a show that we built literally from scratch.
How long does it usually take you to be able to write scripts for a show and like get the whole production together?
Production from beginning to end, it just depends on the show. Feels Like Love, we began writing that in October of 2022 and it premiered January 2023. And that's with us writing it, putting choreography to it, just picking the music for it, all the logistics behind that. So that was maybe about a 3-month span before the show was ready to go up. Whereas The Lion King, I kind of took my time with that one. I went to see it in New York in June and I came back and said, okay, I want to do it. Disney gave us permission about like that first week of July. Mm-hmm. And I did summer school auditions and then I did another audition when the school year started. And I started rehearsals in October for the show to premiere in December. But so altogether, that was about 6 months of work just for that one show.
That's good though. Yeah. That's good. And that's not long at all, really.
Yeah, but it depends. Every show varies. It just depends on how you want it to turn out.
Okay. So in this industry, what are the biggest changes you've seen in this industry?
The biggest changes I've seen
to now.
Social media.
Social media? What part of social media?
I think the biggest part, the biggest change in entertainment in general with social media is the promotion and marketing of whatever you're doing. Social media plays a huge part. Even like within the last year when I did The Wiz, it was posted on social media and we had like ads and things like that. But this year, learning from that specific show, this year when we promoted The Lion King, it was a lot easier because we were able to pay for ads and like knowing that your page can get verified from ads and how much sales can come in just from ads alone. That was really big. Social media and marketing in general. We did CBS and that's something that has been like a tradition of promotion in general, like going on news interviews, newspapers. And the pandemic changed a lot as well. Yeah. Everything is different. Everything costs more. So you got to keep that in mind too, because the pandemic really flipped everything upside down, and I don't see it changing back at all.
Yeah, I feel like it's just gonna go up from there. Yeah. Okay. So who or what inspires you to pursue a career as a creative director, a producer, entertainer? Who pursues you?
It's a lot of people. It's crazy because I was just at an interview yesterday. I sat on a panel because I was a part of Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit. And while I was there, the founder, Rick Sperling, he was our acting director. And I was just letting him know how much influence that he had on how I work with students now. Because when I was working with him, I was a student. So I would definitely say Rick Sperling, my singing director DeLachey Strader, who was over Mosaic now because since he's left, our choreographer Carolette Phillips, and these are all Detroit natives.
Ooh, you just said somebody I know.
I did.
I danced for 10 years at Lachelle's.
At Lachelle's?
Yes.
I was all up and through Lachelle. So when I first joined Mosaic, I was not in the main program. I was in the first stage program at this place called Youthville. It's not open anymore.
Uh-huh.
It was on Woodward. And Lachelle was my very first acting teacher.
Miss Lachelle don't play.
I mean, not Lachelle. I'm sorry, Carolette. But I know Lachelle too. Carolette was my very first acting teacher. And then from there, when I joined like the main program, she was our choreographer. Mm. And she didn't play, especially because out of everyone, she had known me the longest. So she was really on me. Like I would have rehearsals from 6 to 9. And then she'd be like, okay, you come to the studio after rehearsal so you can come learn these dances and bring them back to rehearsal so you can teach them because I'm not coming back. It was crazy. But she's a beast. She's a beast. Like I got to give my props to her anytime someone asks me. But outside of like my home team, Beyonce. Yeah. She is.
Yeah, we got the beehive in here.
If not the hardest working entertainer I have ever seen.
Yeah, she is. Okay.
So, no diss to Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I love Michael Jackson, but I don't know. I think at some point it's okay for someone to be able to exceed the expectation that you set because that's why you set that expectation. You don't want to be the last one to hold that title.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
He's the king, but she's the queen.
Okay. How do you balance authenticity and expectations and pressure in this industry you work in? How do you balance all of that?
It's easy for me because I'm a Libra. Not to get too heavy into that, but Libras are all about balance. But one thing about me, if I'm asked to do a job, I feel like I'm asked for a reason. Mm-hmm. So you should know what that comes with, right? If you ask me to do this work, you're asking me, in my opinion, you're asking me because you are not the expert. Mm-hmm. I am. So you got to kind of like let me take the lead. Now, in every situation, there's compromise, of course, but when it comes down to making that bottom line and making that final decision, you got to. That I don't let up. I think that everybody around me knows, like if I'm passionate about something, I'm gonna speak on it. You cannot be afraid to speak up on something that you are passionate about. Yes. At all. Especially if you know in the end that it is gonna work out. Like for example, when I did The Lion King, I flew to Utah to purchase the costumes. I was given a specific budget, and majority of that budget I spent on costumes. Everybody thought I was crazy, but the costumes made the show. Right. I barely needed any props because the costumes were the props. But once everybody saw the final product, now everyone is like, oh, okay, it makes sense. And now I'm in possession of those costumes. And when we come back from break, I already have a buyer that wants to sell them because I'm not doing the show no more. Or I already have a buyer to sell them to because I'm not doing the show anymore. So it all works out. But to put my foot down and say, no, this needs to happen, and it works out in the end. That's why you can't be afraid to speak up for yourself. And I think a lot
of people, they need to do that too. Like whether it's you an artist, like a singer, a rapper, a dancer, whoever. Certain people don't know how to say no. I'm
never gonna hold my tongue not when it comes to this work. Like it's a lot of other things that people are more educated on about, and I'll back down. Mm-hmm. But not when it comes to this. Like I feel like I've been doing it long enough to know. And I feel like if you ask me for a reason. Yeah. So just sit down. I got this. Yeah.
Okay. So what's been the most challenging project you've worked on? And what did you learn from it?
The most challenging project I've worked on. The most challenging project I've worked on is probably Feels Like Love, the musical that we did in 2023. One, because kids are sponges. You're able to teach them and they'll just soak whatever you teach them, they soak it in. Mm-hmm. But adults are stuck in their ways. So when you're working with adults, especially adults, because we worked with a lot of adults that had never done a theater performance before. Mm. So when you are not working with open-minded people, sometimes it can be a bit frustrating for both of y'all, for them and for you. But it worked out, as well as my team members. So I worked with two people on the show. It was myself, it was Devon Ballinger and Keela Harris. And we are all passionate about entertainment. And sometimes that passion can take over and we will butt heads like crazy. But at the end of the night, we could talk it out. We'll still get in the car together and laugh and go home. Come back to the next rehearsal, do it all over again. But to see that passion within the three of us, we knew that we were there and we were doing something right. So that it can be a lot sometimes, but you just gotta be level headed at the end of the day. Get your thoughts out, but at the end of the day, be able to say, okay, we can table it, we can revisit it, or we can just let it go.
Can you share a moment in your career that made you feel like you were living your purpose?
You got me there. A moment in my career that made me feel like I was living my purpose. I feel like it happened before I even really got into my career. When I was in high school, we did a performance. It might have been like my senior year. I was in Mosaic and we were asked to perform for the president. It was not my senior year. We were asked to perform for Barack Obama. And that entire experience was just like a outer body experience because who gets to meet the president?
Right.
Like that's the president. So it was Labor Day weekend. He came to Detroit and we were asked to sing the national anthem. So I don't know. I just felt like being treated how we were treated, like we were treated like as if we were Beyonce. Like it was insane. And in that moment, I just felt like, okay, the way that it made me feel, I knew that this was something that I would do for the rest of my life. Okay. Aretha Franklin opened for us, which is insane because that's Aretha Franklin. Like outside of her being Aretha Franklin, like she's just a Detroit legend in general. Okay.
You better let him know.
So it was crazy. Like it was insane. And then being able to meet him and him speak on how great we were, I wanted to feel like that anytime I had any type of performance. So I think that's when I knew like, okay, this is it. Like I don't have to do nothing else. And that's kind of when I started taking it like, I was already taking it serious, but that's kind of when I locked in for real.
Yeah,
like, all right, you
okay.
just met the president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give to like just people who want to go down the same exact lane that you're going down?
I would say just do it. That's what I did. Literally, I had no type of blueprint on how I wanted to move or how I wanted to do things. When I started Day Vision Entertainment, I didn't know what I was doing with it. I sat on it for like 2 years until I finally used it. So you just got to take a leap of faith. Pray, trust God, because He'll never steer you wrong. But definitely just take that leap of faith. Just do it. Don't be scared. And sometimes you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall, but fall forward. As long as you get back up and keep moving forward, that's all that matters. You're not gonna get everything right the first time, but that's okay because you gotta learn from your mistakes.
Right. Okay. So for your future goals and legacy, what's next for you in your career? Any upcoming projects or goals you're excited to reach?
Upcoming projects, yes. I am writing another show outside of the school district. So that is fun. It is a show that I am writing about Detroit. Because, a lot of cities have their own like staple kind of musical. You got Chicago, even though it's not really about Chicago. You got In the Heights, that's about New York. Hell's Kitchen was about New York. Jersey Boys. But we have Motown the musical, but that's just one specific story. It doesn't tell the story of the city in its entirety, even though Motown is Detroit. But I think it's a lot more history in Detroit that a lot of people don't know about that should be showcased. So that is what I'm working on now. I don't know when I will share that with the world because I just want to get it right because I'm not just representing myself, I'm representing the entire city. So I'm working on that. I am working on another movie that I'll probably film within the next month or two. Then on top of that, working with my kids. I love working with my kids, training them up to be professionals and doing their big ones on the stage. So yep, they have their concert coming up in May. And then I just decided what their next December musical is going to be, but I'm not gonna say it because then I'm gonna tell them to watch this and they're gonna get on my nerves once they find out what it is. But it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for it.
Yes, and I will be there to see it.
Yes, you gotta come
out. Okay, what's one thing people would be surprised to learn about you? Or two, if you got a couple.
One thing that people will probably be surprised to know about me, I am not a social person at all.
Same.
At all. It's easy for me to do things like this because I feel like I'm helping someone. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like at the Lion King, they were like, "You're not gonna go up at the end and make a speech?" Absolutely not. No, because what am I gonna say? I'm gonna freeze. Even like just going out, like my friends, like my like best group of friends. Mm-hmm. Are very social, and anytime we're out, I'm always just like, okay, y'all, can we go home now? Like, I'd rather just be in the house, chill with people that I know and love, who I'm comfortable around. Uh-huh. So yeah, I'm not a very social person at all.
That's exactly how
it takes a lot out of me.
I don't go to parties or nothing.
And see, I will, but it's like when I've had enough, it's like, okay, this is enough, y'all. I'm overstimulated, let's go. But my friends are not like that. They want to be out.
They want to be outside.
In people's face. And I am not that type of person. Because I don't know, for work, I got to be in a lot of people's face. So, and kids at that, they take a lot out of you. So when I'm just out, I just want to have a chill vibe. I don't want to do too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could collaborate with any artist living or dead, who would it be and why?
Living, Beyonce. Dead, Little Richard.
You say Little Richard?
Yes.
Why do you say Little Richard?
Because that man was one of the most talented, unapologetic entertainers that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
It was. I will say
Little
that.
Richard.
Okay. So now we finna get into this game.
Okay.
We're about to play this or that, okay? So I got 10 different little this or that options. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first one. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm definitely a night owl.
Okay.
At night is when I'm most creative.
Really?
Yeah, like I can wake up like in the middle of the night and have an idea and I gotta write it down. But once I start, I can't stop. So it's like once I start getting it out, I gotta keep going. I hate getting up in the morning.
I do too.
It's the worst.
I just got a letter in the mail this morning from my school.
See?
I got over 12 something with the absences or something.
Yeah, no, I am not, but I've never been a morning person. But it's crazy because I have narcolepsy, so I like to sleep a lot anyways. Uh-huh. But I feel like at nighttime is when I have the best ideas. Like the best ideas. So definitely nighttime. What about you? Are you what you just said, Julie? I'm
a night person. I can stay up all night.
Yeah.
You look up and stay up to 6, 7 in the morning. I could do that.
Oh, no, see, that's crazy.
It's so bad.
You 17? Uh-huh. See, yeah, when I was 17, I could do that too. But 27, I got to be asleep by like at least 3 on the going out night.
See, and and I'm glad that you said that you come up with creative ideas because I do too. That's how I came up with this. It was a nice time. Now I'm thinking about it.
I don't know what it is, but it's
I think our
you just
mind
be in your bed. I just be in the bed and it's like everything just hitting me at once. And I just got to get it out. I just start typing in my notes on my phone.
Yes. Okay. You like books or movies?
Movies. I can read a book. Typically, when I read books, it's because I saw a movie that was based on the book and it made me go back and read it.
Yeah, because you usually have more details, more information.
Yeah, but definitely, I'm gonna watch a movie before I pick up a book. I had enough books to last me a lifetime.
Okay, this is a little messy.
Okay.
Cardi B or Nicki Minaj? Oh. I had to ask.
Oh.
You better say the right answer. That's all
I'm scared. In terms of what?
Like music. Who got when you listen to their music, you really
Nicki Minaj is a rapper. She's a rapper.
Okay, so you say.
I can't take that from her. Yeah, and no female mainstream, I don't believe, can see her in rapping. Like she's a lyricist. On the other hand, if I would want to meet either one of them, I would want to meet Cardi B. Mm-hmm. One, she's a leaper like me.
Business.
I love her personality, and they not seeing her in the fashion department. No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, I give you that
her in the fashion department. So lyricism and rapping alone, Nicki Minaj. But when it comes to just image and personality, I'm gonna go Cardi B.
And her marketing.
Yeah, she got
Cardi. You got that one.
Her team is out cold.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, I hope I answered that safe. Just in case I gotta work with either one of them.
Okay, movie or musical?
Ooh. Can I do a movie musical? I'm gonna say movie. I'll say movie because musicals. Typically, I like to see musicals on the stage more than I like to see them on screen.
Yeah.
But Wicked was really good.
I haven't seen Wicked yet.
Oh, it was really good. I was able to take some kids to see it a couple days before it came out, actually. And it was amazing. It was amazing.
I'm going to have to go see it.
Yeah, it's like definitely top 3 of my favorite like movie musicals. That and Dreamgirls. And The Temptations.
Dreamgirls. Look, that's my movie, Dreamgirls. Yeah. Okay, TikTok or Instagram? Now, Instagram it's doing this thing. Instagram been doing this thing.
I'm gonna say Instagram just because Instagram was the thing when I was like heavy into social media. Like now, I use my Instagram just really to just market myself and my company and my brand. But I'm gonna say Instagram also because I don't know how to work TikTok. I can go on TikTok and scroll all day long and like laugh up a storm. Like when I just want to find myself going down a hole or just laughing, I'll just scroll through TikTok. But I don't know how to work it, like in terms of making TikToks.
Really?
I don't know what to do.
See, I know how to do the basics, but I be seeing them, they edit stuff. I be
all of that editing and stuff like that. I just feel like I'm too old to even try to learn now.
It be so crazy. They be downloading like 3-4 different apps to do these different edits.
And
I be like,
more recently, I was trying to get into TikTok. But then I thought they was about to ban it in like 2 weeks. So I'm like, oh,
they said that 2 years ago. Last year they said that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love TikTok. I'm gonna open TikTok to laugh for sure.
Yeah,
I can scroll all day long, but when it comes to like making TikToks,
TikTok for laughs and like you need to look up how to do anything. Yeah, you gonna type it right in. That's
or like any suggestions.
Yeah,
TikTok is like Google, but when it comes to like making a TikTok, Instagram, I can just post a picture, keep it moving.
Okay.
And Instagram, I like to watch the celebrities on Instagram, see what they got going on.
Yeah, now how does fashion?
Yeah.
Because we know we got to keep up on their fashion.
Exactly.
Okay, y'all. So now we about to play Push, Pull, and Talk. This game is created by Tabitha Brown. Shout out to you, girl.
Yes. Hey, Tabitha, girl. Check us out.
Okay, you want to go first? You go first. You
okay. All right. It would be terrible if I knocked it all down on the first try. All right, push, pull, or talk. Ooh, okay. Hugs or handshakes? I'm gonna have you answer first.
I'm not a hugger.
I'm not either.
I don't like people touching me like that. Like I will, because it's if you come at me, I'll give you a hug. But I feel like I'm not doing it right, and I don't like hugging.
I feel the same. I think I don't mind hugging, but I think like off initial contact, like some people are like I'm a hugger. But you got to make that known.
Yeah, you got to let me know.
Don't just come up and just... Yeah.
I'm be looking like...
Because I'm going to reach for a handshake.
Yeah.
And you're going to be trying to hug. And now it's awkward. So now I really don't want to hug. Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely handshake. I just think it's more professional. And then if you let me know, like, oh, I'm a hugger, I'm like, okay, well, bring it in. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay. Let's see.
I used to get in trouble as a kid because... people would try to hug me, and I was a one-handed hugger.
Ooh,
like I would be like,
I am too.
And my mom would be like, "Do not hug anybody else like that again." I couldn't help it because
I can't either. I'm a side hugger.
Yeah, it was like unwanted. I didn't ask for this. Yeah,
I cannot. I don't like it. Okay, this one say rich or famous.
That's tough for me. I'm gonna say rich because we gotta live. But I don't know. I always had this conversation with my friends. Because some of my friends be like, I can't be famous. And I'd be like, no, I can. Like, I feel like I can handle it.
Okay, look. Okay, this is hard for me. Because I want the fame, and I feel like I can handle the fame.
Yeah.
But then that wealth.
Yeah, you want both.
It's like both, but if I had to
some people are rich and famous. That's what we trying to be, rich and famous. But if I had to choose, I'm gonna go rich first.
Yeah, I'll be rich.
I can't.
You gonna know me because I'm rich.
Yeah, I'd have lived 27 years without being famous.
Yeah,
I'd rather be rich.
Okay, I'm gonna go rich too then. Okay.
Okay. Let's get like, okay, we didn't do this color up here. Ah! Okay, here we go. Chips and dip or nachos? What you say?
I don't know. Okay, look, y'all. A lot of people know this. I don't eat cheese.
I didn't start eating cheese till I was like 21. So,
really?
Yeah.
See, I just stopped.
I just started.
In the last 2 years.
Like, I hated cheese to get it out of my face. And then I woke up randomly one day and was like, I want some macaroni and cheese.
Really?
Yeah, I was in college.
Did you eat pizza?
Maybe I was starving. I ate pizza.
But you just didn't like macaroni and cheese and like nachos?
I didn't eat cheese on my burgers. I didn't eat nachos. I didn't eat macaroni and cheese. Anything that was not pizza, I was not eating cheese. Don't put cheese in my eggs. I did not mess with cheese at all. But then, I don't know, as an adult, like, of course your palate changes. And I think that was just one of my changes. I just craved cheese like insanely one day and I've eaten it ever since. Wow. Should probably cut it out again. Fun fact on Keefe, y'all. Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't know. I'm going to go chip and dip because I don't eat cheese.
I'm going to go.
Nachos be boring with me. It's like,
I'm going to go chips and dip too.
Yeah, nachos just
Nachos, I'm gonna want like some meat on them or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go blue. Ooh, wait. I don't know which one to get. I'll go with this. So you're gonna be sick. Oh. Wait, can I pick another one?
Yeah, it's your show. Oh. You can do what you want to do.
Yeah, you're right. We're gonna get this one. We can't end that quick. Okay. New phone or new computer? New phone, me.
New phone. New phone. I need a new computer. But it's easier to just get a new phone. Phones are computers.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give me a new phone.
Age.
I just got a new phone actually.
You got the new iPhone?
I did.
The 17, 16?
I got the 16. But I kept that. I'm like, I think it's the gold.
The gold one? Yeah.
I had to update it. So I was like, all right, might as well. It's cool. It's just like all the other ones.
I just said that to my hairstylist. She got the pink one.
It's all the same. All of those phones are the same.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm a sucker. They don't get me every time. Pens or pencils? Pens. I used to swear I would never use a pen ever, and then I got to CAS, and that was all that I was able to use. Outside of math, if I'm doing math, I want a pencil. Anything else, give me a pen.
I do too. I like to color coordinate stuff. Like my notebook, it's like pink and blue or.
Yeah, that's how it was. It'd be like my titles would be red, and then like my notes would be black, and then I might like use blue to. Yeah, I did too much. Too much. I don't do none of that now. Everything is just typed in my notes on my phone. I almost forget how to write.
Wait, it's moving. Ooh, if I'm the reason it's for.
There we go.
You do? Okay. Jeans or sweats? Sweats me. I'm
sweats all day long. I hate getting dressed. Which is probably hard to believe. If I could show up everywhere in like a 3X hoodie and oversized sweatpants.
So some Crocs.
Yep. Or like my little Yeezy foam runners are like the most comfortable shoes ever. And my do-rag, I would be satisfied. If I could dress like that every day, go to work every day of my life, I would be so much more happier.
Okay, because we got to get into this outfit. Look at the top.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Fashion over. Balling on a budget.
Okay.
I'm big on that. Yeah. Hello. It ain't about what you spend, it's how you wear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Okay. That was a good one. Because I've always wanted to tell people don't believe me when I say, like, I don't like getting dressed at all.
Well, my mom always said beauty is painful.
I can't stand it. Recently, Rihanna has like these onesies that she sells on her Savage
zipper.
Oh my God! I bought like 10 of them.
Really?
So when I'm at home, that's all I wear. Okay, candles or incense?
Candles.
I'm gonna say candles too. But when I was younger, I feel like incense were like more popular, like in our houses. Like in my grandma's house, she always had incense.
I don't know if it's.
I don't even like be seeing the incense because she used to buy them like from a man. I never saw incense sold in a store. Like it was always somebody like on the street selling them. I don't see them no more.
I ain't gonna lie. I think
I'm gonna go candles.
I'm gonna go candles too. I think incense stink.
Really? I used to
maybe
love
it's the ones that I smell, and
I
then
used
it
to
lingers.
like watching the smoke, the little smoke swirls. Where the incense people at? I ain't seen them. Wow, I haven't even thought of that.
Yeah, I can't get with the incense. I don't know what it is about them.
You know the incense man? Like they be selling them on the street?
I just always seen them at like the gas station or
when I was
below.
when I was little, they was everywhere. They'd come into like the barber shops and the hair salons. I used to go to the hair salon with my mom a lot. And they'd be all up in there selling them. They don't do that no more.
Dang.
Fly. Or maybe I just ain't been around.
Okay, fly or teleport?
If I could teleport, I would.
Okay.
I would love to teleport.
That'd be fun. Just being able
to fly. I love to fly. But if I could teleport and save that flight money,
right? Yeah,
why not?
Somebody come up with that. Figure out how we teleport, y'all. Time machine, something.
Yeah. Time machine. I don't know about a time machine.
Wait, but that's fun. But it's kind of, you can't mess up. You can't see yourself. It's stuff you can't do.
If I could get in the time machine, I wouldn't want to go back in time. I would only probably want to go forward just because I don't like anticipating. But backwards, like it already happened.
But it's like fun. Think about it. You could find yourself where you could meet somebody that you never thought, Michael Jackson. You could look up and you'd have been teleported or, time travel. You backstage now.
I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. I wouldn't even want to go back and meet Michael Jackson because...
Or even like see your parents.
It's the reason I didn't meet Michael Jackson, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like everything is divine time. Everything happens for a reason. Now, if I can go forward and see some things that I need, like I want some answers to before it happened, I would love to do that. But going backwards, it's like I'm already settled in what it is.
I always say this. I'd love to see how my parents was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the stories
I had to sneak into school. Like, let me just look. Let me see what I find.
Like, you got your nerve.
Okay. Like, girl, who thought you would?
Right. Okay. I get that. Yeah.
Wait, is it my turn or your turn?
I think
I did. Yeah, it's your
turn. You
did
fire teleport? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go blue this time. Okay. Neutral colors or bold colors? I'm going neutrals.
Depends. It depends on what the occasion is.
Yeah.
But like on just a regular thing, neutral.
Yeah. My favorite color is brown. So.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go neutrals. I don't know. I just like the way neutral colors complement Black people in specific. How it complements our skin.
And what you compare with it to.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to wear neutral colors. Mm-hmm. And you can wear it like whatever you buy, like in neutral colors, you can wear it over and over again in a million different ways. Some bold colors, I'm always remember that bright pink sweater that you bought,
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I'm cheating, y'all.
It's okay. It's your show. You can cheat.
I'm cheating. Ah!
Uh-oh.
Wait.
It's sorry, y'all. Nah, you gonna have to grab that one.
I'm trying to push it. Okay. Carpet or wooden floors? Wooden floors. I don't like carpet.
I'm gonna go wooden too. Carpet is too much of a task. You gotta keep cleaning it.
Yeah,
I mean, you keep having to mop. You gotta mop too, but I don't know. I feel like more dirt gets into carpet than it would on wood. Like with the wood, you can see it as soon as it's there. That carpet is gonna hide that dirt for a while, to where you got you thinking like, oh, it ain't dirty.
It's so crazy. I got my parents doing the whole upstairs, taking all the carpet out. They like, you got me to spend all this money. Yes.
You'll be thinking that carpet not dirty till your feet black.
Okay. You the vacuum for 20, 30 minutes.
Socks are black at the bottom. Well, I got one from the bottom. Spontaneous or planned? I want you to answer that one first.
I don't know. Plan.
Yeah, me too.
Plan.
I don't want no surprises.
I don't like surprises.
I like surprises if it's like geared towards me. Like if it's a surprise birthday, okay, because you planned that surprise.
Yeah, but I
don't want nothing on the fly. Get me out of here.
I ain't gonna lie. This is something my mama doing. This is ick of mine. She tends to. So I be out. I come home. I done got food. I done ate. I get home. She like, oh yeah, I bought you food. So you just had me spend $30 for no reason, and you could have just told me.
Being spontaneous.
I don't like that. Or if I go buy something, I ain't gonna turn down no food. So now I gotta go turn it back, return it. I hate that. Oh my God, I cannot.
Yeah, I'm definitely a planner. Like out of my friend group, I'm like the planner.
Yeah, I want stuff to be planned.
Because spontaneous just don't work with me. Anything can go wrong. Yeah, I mean, anything can go wrong when you plan something too.
It's just why.
But I'd rather have tried my best to make sure nothing goes wrong than to be trying to figure it out because I'm just doing anything at any time.
This gonna fall. This falling.
Uh-oh.
If this don't fall.
If that don't fall.
God, it's gonna fall. That's gonna fall.
Is it? It might not.
I ain't gonna shoot this time.
Oh, it fell.
Yeah, see?
Oh, man. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Tabitha got a hit on her hands with this. Tabitha, girl.
And you got some good questions. One. Okay. Yeah. We need another special edition or something.
Yeah, we need a young stuff edition.
Yes. Ooh, collaboration.
Young stuff.
Well, thank you, Keefe, for coming. I enjoyed having you.
And how do you feel? This is your first episode. I'm
so happy.
First podcast.
I was not expecting it to go this good. I thought it was gonna be a little rocky. But every time I make sure I do better and better. Well, that just speaks volumes
to you. You thought it was gonna be rocky, but you still right on through. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thank you. I'm happy to have you. And I really appreciate this opportunity with you coming on here. Yes. And I will see y'all in a new episode.